Hello, everyone. I'm Shane Thomas. I thought I should put a video before the World Cup. Obviously, the World Cup is going to start in another 2 days. It's starting on October 5th. I remember when I was young, I was always very excited about the World Cups. So, probably the youngsters, school kids, are very excited about the World Cup, especially because it's a 50 over World Cup. I don't think much about the T20 World Cups, which is just a hit and go kind of thing. But the 50 over World Cup is a real World Cup. If you look on paper, I think the strongest teams are India, Pakistan, Australia, and England. They four of them have a very good chance of making the semis. But I want to say that I have my doubts on Australia. Australia obviously is one of my favorite teams, and they have a very strong team. The batting is very strong, but recently they played a 5 one-day match series against South Africa and they were leading 2-0 and then they lost 3-2. They lost the last three matches. And the final match, Australia were placed so well to reach the target and they lost wickets in a cluster. Like they lost 8 wickets for like no runs. And it happened in all the matches, even the matches they won they lost a lot of wickets in the middle order and the bottom towards the lower order, which says that Australia do have a weakness. And Australia have only picked one full-time spinner, which is Adam Samba. Adam Samba is an excellent spinner, especially in T20 cricket. It's hard to get away, and he is a wicket taker. But he has not been in good form, I would say, because he has gone in one of the matches where South Africa scored more than 400. Adam Zamba went for more than 100 runs, and in the next match he went for like 75 or 80 runs. And in all the matches, except I think one match, he was expensive. So he is kind of out of form. But obviously, you can never say that because on Indian pitches where the ball will turn and the spinners will come into play, he will be a handful. But his lack of confidence and going for runs would be a key thing. Glenn Maxwell obviously is a part-time spinner. He's better than a part-time spinner, but still, Australia haven't got a full-time spinner, which may work against them. And I would say the surprise team for me in this World Cup would be Afghanistan. I'm not saying Afghanistan is going to win the World Cup or maybe even reach the semifinals, but surely they might cause a few upsets. It's very possible, especially if they can bat well, because without any doubt, Afghanistan have the best spin attack in this World Cup. They have Rashid Khan, they have Mohammad Nabi, they have Mujibur Rahman, and one of my favorites, the youngster Noor Ahmad, who I personally think was going to end up with 400, 500 wickets in his career. He can turn the ball and he's got all the variety. He's a Chinaman bowler, left arm Chinaman, left arm spin, and he will be a handful on these pitches. In T20 matches, a spinner or any bowler gets 4 overs. So if you keep them away for 4 overs, then you don't have to worry about them. But in a 50 over match, every bowler has 10 overs, which is like 60 balls. So in that 60 balls, he can take wickets. So four quality spinners that Afghanistan have, they can create a lot of trouble for batsmen. But the only problem is that Afghanistan's batting should be consistent. If they can put up a good score, like even a 50 over match, if they can put up around 230 to 50 runs, I think they can really put pressure on a lot of teams. And the dark horses, I would say, is New Zealand. New Zealand have got Sandner and Sodhi, who are very good spinners, and they can bat well the team and they feel well, and they're such a fighting team. So New Zealand can maybe come into the semi-finals if, like I said, Australia don't make the semis. And about England, obviously England they will miss Jason Roy for sure, but they've got Butler, everyone, and their spinners Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali, very seasoned campaigners, and they will be more than effective on the Indian pitches. And their batting depth is very strong, and they do play attacking cricket, and they have the players to play. Butler, Bairstow, Stokes is there, Malan is there, this Sam Curran is there. Liam Livingston is there. And by the way, South Africa, where I used to be coaching and living in for 11 years, South Africa has been under the radar for a few years for the last couple of 2, 3 World Cups. They haven't been as strong like the old days. But this time around, South Africa has a very good chance of making the semis or maybe even further because they have got Maharaj and Shamsi, who are very good spin bowlers, especially Shamsi with his left arm wrist spin, and Maharaj is a very clever bowler. And the batting for South Africa is very strong. Quinton de Kock, Markram, Van der Dusen, David Miller, Klaasens in excellent form. Then they have got uh, Philaquayo. Then Rabada obviously is an excellent bowler in Gidi. So they do have an excellent team. So South Africa might surprise a lot of people in this World Cup if they do perform to their abilities. I have my very big doubts on Australia. There's something not clicking there. Maybe I'll be wrong, but like I said in the beginning, the four on paper the four strongest teams are India, Australia, England, and Pakistan. Actually, India, England, Pakistan, and Australia. But New Zealand could be the dark horse. Afghanistan could upset a few teams, and it depends on how they. But they have got the best spin attack without any doubt. Sri Lanka, unfortunately, they have been playing disappointing cricket. They've got good batsmen, Dhananjay De Silva, Kushal Mendis, but the Asia Cup finals was absolutely disappointing. Netherlands, I don't know much. But Bangladesh obviously shouldn't be counted lightly. They have been very inconsistent recently, but obviously Shakib, Mushfiqur, and Mustafizur is there, and a lot of spinners are there. So, but it depends on how Bangladesh bat. If they play up to their potential, they can also upset a lot of teams. But Bangladesh has been very inconsistent recently. But in the subcontinent conditions, Indian conditions where the ball will turn, the pitches are slow, you will expect Bangladeshi spinners to cause problems for other teams. So that is my uh, predictions and thoughts about this World Cup. India obviously very strong, very strong. I don't have to mention. Shubman Gill is in excellent form. Rohit Sharma, Rahul, Kohli, then Suryamar Yadav, then the bowlers Bumrah, Kuldeep are bowling well. Jadeja obviously is excellent all rounder. Siraj and Shardul Thakur are bowling well as well. There is Ashwin in the team. So India looking very, very strong. And I hope India plays well. And Pakistan obviously will be strong too. They've got batting firepower, and the bowler Shadab and Nawaz hasn't been in good form recently, but they will come good in on the Indian pitches, and it is going to be a very good World Cup. I think considering the last few World Cup, this World Cup will be evenly contested. There will be a lot of close matches, and good luck to all the teams, and happy viewing to everyone. May you all enjoy this World Cup, and especially for the youngsters in school, people who love cricket and learning cricket, may this World Cup motivate and inspire you a lot, and may you learn a lot from this World Cup. Thank you so much. God bless you all.